I pretended to be someone else online. And it ruined my real life. I never meant to lie. Not really. It started as a joke, a throwaway comment on a forum, late at night, half bored, half curious. Just me, messing around, making a fake account to escape the crushing blandness of my actual life. I didn't expect anyone to notice. I definitely didn't expect anyone to care, but they did. A lot. The person I created, her name was Leah Renner, was everything I wasn't. Confident. Witty. Mysterious in that effortless, intriguing way. She liked the same music I pretended to like, said the things I wish I could say out loud, and had an answer for everything. She was basically me, without the insecurities, the doubt, or the weight of being me, and people loved her. It began on a Discord server built around indie music and photography. I had joined under my real name first, not that it mattered. No one really responded when I posted. I tried to join conversations, asked questions, even shared a few photos. But it felt like I was just shouting into a void. A week later, I made a new account, Leah Renner 95. No real plan. Just curiosity. First message? People actually replied. I joked about hating overhyped bands, tossed in a slightly sarcastic comment about lens flares in portrait shots, and suddenly I was being quoted, laughed at, tagged in threads. The difference was immediate. Almost disturbing. Same person behind the screen, same fingers on the keyboard, but different name, different energy, and people reacted like I had walked in with a spotlight behind me. I told myself it was harmless. A social experiment. I wasn't catfishing anyone, no stolen photos, no fake relationship, nothing inappropriate. I just tweaked a few details. Age, 27 instead of 24. Job, freelance graphic designer instead of unemployed college grad. Personality, extroverted and cool instead of quiet and anxious. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. I just wanted to feel seen. Within a month, Leah had followers. Real ones. People messaged her directly to talk about creative blocks, favorite movies, relationship drama. One guy even said she helped him through a breakup just by listening and not judging him. I'd stay up late just responding to people, switching between identities like outfits. In the daytime, I was myself, invisible, average, borderline forgettable. At night, I was her, vibrant, magnetic, alive. It felt good. Too good. Better than any real interaction I'd had in years, so I kept it going. Leah got invited to join a private group chat. The cool crowd of the server, the ones who always got the most replies. They loved her. She was their chaos queen, always cracking jokes. Dropping fire playlists, teasing people in that way that toes the line without ever crossing it. I knew things were going too far when someone made a meme with her catchphrase. Leah said what we were all thinking. The caption read, "It was addicting." The validation. The control. The illusion that, for once, I was wanted even if it wasn't really me. The first crack appeared during a voice chat invite. "Come on, Leah, hop in VC." Someone typed, I made up an excuse. Said I was on mobile. Then that I was sick. Then that I had family over. The requests kept coming. Then the teasing, "What's wrong? Scared we'll find out you're a 40-year-old dude?" I laughed it off, but my heart was racing. The thing is, I'm not a 40-year-old dude. I'm just a quiet girl with too many fears and not enough courage. But in that moment, I realized that none of them knew me, not really. They didn't love me. They loved the character I played. I considered ghosting. Just deleting the account and disappearing. But I couldn't. Not after how far I'd come. Not after everything Leah had given me. Confidence. Friends. Purpose. Or at least. The illusion of it, it all unraveled when one of the group members, Kai, started showing real interest. Flirty messages. Inside jokes. Private DMs. He was funny and thoughtful, and genuinely sweet, not in a creepy way, just interested, and I felt something back, which made it worse, because no matter how much I wanted to believe that I was the one he liked, I knew the truth. He liked her. The version of me without anxiety spirals and trust issues and a tendency to freeze when conversations get too real. I wanted to tell him. So badly. Every time he sent a goodnight message or asked how my day was, I hovered over the keyboard, fingers trembling, trying to find the words. But how do you say, "Hey, I know you think you know me, But everything I've told you is a filtered version of the truth, and I never meant to lie. But now I don't know how to stop, you don't, so I said nothing, and that's silence? It broke me. When you're living a lie, even one made of well-intentioned half-truths, there's no such thing as a clean exit. I used to believe I could just disappear quietly. Delete the account. Vanish into digital smoke. But that's not how emotional debt works. Sooner or later, you pay, and for me, the bill came due the night Kai said, "I think I'm falling for you." It wasn't in a dramatic, movie-style confession. Just a soft message, late at night, buried between memes and music recommendations. But it hit me harder than I expected. Because no one had ever said that to me before, not like that. Not with sincerity I could feel through the screen. And definitely not for the real me. That's when I snapped. I couldn't keep doing it. Couldn't keep pretending. The guilt was eating me alive from the inside out. I was tired. Not just of lying, but of being a spectator in my own life, hiding behind a mask I had built too well. So, I told him. I wrote and rewrote the message a dozen times before I hit send. My fingers shook the whole time. I kept it honest, raw, and longer than it should have been. I told him that I wasn't who he thought I was, that Leah was me, yes, but not really me. That I made her up because I didn't think anyone would want to talk to the person behind the screen. I told him I never meant to hurt anyone, and then I waited 1 hour. 2. Nothing. My chest felt like it was collapsing inward. Every notification sound made my heart leap and then sink when it wasn't him. I knew I had just detonated the entire world I built, friendships, trust, connections, all of it resting on a foundation of carefully stacked fiction. Finally, his message came through. Wow. So, you're not real. That hurt more than anything. Because I was real. Maybe not Leah, not the fantasy, but me. A scared, lonely, imperfect girl who just wanted to belong somewhere. I tried to explain, but he stopped responding, and just like that, silence again. The next day, everything exploded. Someone in the private chat must have leaked my confession. Screenshots circulated. People I had joked with, supported, spent hours talking to, they turned. Fast. Public posts started popping up in the server. Beware of fake identities. Don't trust Leah, she's not who you think. Classic catfish behavior. I wanted to crawl into myself and disappear. I tried defending myself. Tried saying I never asked for money, never manipulated anyone emotionally, never crossed that line, but in the court of online perception, that didn't matter. Once trust breaks, no amount of explaining fixes it. People see what they want to see. Some defended me. A few messaged privately to say they understood why I did it, that they, too, had felt invisible, overlooked, not enough. But most? They either blocked me or just watched the drama unfold like it was entertainment. It was brutal. And the worst part? I kind of deserved it. After I deleted the account, there was this weird emptiness. Like someone had cut off a limb. I kept checking Discord by habit, even though there was nothing there anymore. I stayed off social media for a while, trying to process the fallout. I went through stages: regret, anger, shame, depression. The same rotation, day after day. And in all that mess, I started journaling. Not for anyone else. Just me. I wrote about what I missed, not the attention, surprisingly, but the connection. The real feeling of being heard and valued, even if it had been built on shaky ground. One night, while scrolling aimlessly through Reddit, I stumbled on a thread about online identity and imposter syndrome. It hit me like a freight train. One comment said, "Sometimes, the mask we create shows us the person we could be, not someone fake, but someone real we're just too scared to become." I read that line 5 times. Then I sat back and stared at the ceiling for a long while. Because maybe, just maybe, Leah wasn't a lie. Maybe she was a blueprint. A version of me I wanted to grow into. That night, I wrote a list, not a bucket list. Not resolutions. Just traits. Things Leah had that I admired: speaks her mind, listens to people, doesn't apologize for taking space, isn't afraid to be passionate, takes up room, makes people laugh, has opinions, and owns them. I realized. That wasn't fantasy. That was potential. It took time. I won't sugarcoat it. I started small. Joined new communities, with my real name this time. No edits, no filters. I told myself I'd rather be ignored as myself than adored as someone else, and yeah, at first, it sucked. I didn't get replies. I got talked over. People didn't find me instantly magnetic, but slowly, painfully slowly, I began to connect. One person asked me about my art. Another commented on a playlist I posted. I started showing up regularly. Being consistent. Being real, and you know what? Eventually, people noticed. Not in a spotlight kind of way, but in a quiet, meaningful way. The kind that sticks. Even Kai came back around, months later. He messaged me, cautiously, asking how I was doing. Said he was shocked at first, but after the drama faded, he realized something. You lied, yeah. But you also helped me through a dark time. That part wasn't fake. We're not close anymore, but we talked. We cleared the air. And that meant the world to me. Pretending to be someone else taught me more about who I really am than I expected. Not because lying is good, it's not, but because the parts one liked about that persona were already inside me, waiting for permission to show up. I don't recommend doing what I did. It caused damage to others and myself. But I understand now why I did it, and I forgive myself for being that lost. Today, I'm still quiet sometimes. Still unsure. But I speak up more. I trust myself more. And when I feel tempted to disappear, to slip into another version of me, I remind myself that I'm enough, even when I don't feel like it, especially then. If you've ever felt like the real you wasn't enough, I get it. I've been there, deep in that hollow place where you think being fake might be better than being invisible. But take it from me, even if it's slower, even if it's harder, being seen for who you really are will always feel better than being loved for who you're not. And if you ever find yourself building a mask, maybe don't throw it away entirely. Look at it closely. Ask yourself, what about it do you admire? Then start working toward being that version of you. For real, no lies. No filters. Just you.